Hello there and welcome back. So this is going to be a little bit of different video. Basically, what happened is that last year in January I became a father. Last December, and I decided to build a playground for my daughter, and I bought the materials, and I want to show you in this video. So basically, there you can see the wood which is going to be needed, at least part of it, and some screws and ropes and climbing walls and whatnot. And last year, what I did was to lay down the foundation for this playground. So technically, I'm going to show you that. So the idea is to place the playground here. There we will have a tower, and this is the place for the swings. Then we will have a slide here, which will run into a sand pit that is located here. And these are going to be the pillars that hold the the wood. And I also have the wood laying around, and that is going to be basically what provides the structural integrity. So the bigger ones you see on the left side there, those are 10 by 10. And so 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 10 centimeter, and 3 meters long. And the other ones are 6 by 14, I think. And I will also need some smaller ones, but technically that's it. So now we are going to sand the wood. So this is the battery powered machine that I'm using, and it's basically just a small Parkside tool with this head attached, and that's going to be good enough to get rid of the mold and sand down the surface. Let's give it a test run. So, as you can see, the surface is way smoother and it got rid of the mold. And the other thing that comes when the good weather arrives is to try to protect it from the weather as much as possible. And this is going to be what I'm using. Hopefully, in the next part, you will be able to see the structure coming alive. Let's do the sanding. Okay. Hopefully the battery will last, because this is the third one I'm doing and it shows that it's low on battery, but it's also cold. Okay. Right. And that was it. So, one other thing that came to my mind is that how will I prevent the structure from slipping from wind forces and whatnot? And my idea is to drill a hole here and in the corresponding wooden element and have some kind of iron rod which holds them together. Not hold them together, but rather prevent them from slipping. But there's just one thing that needs to be done. Of course, there are also other ways to support these structures. So these should be in water level. So when I put these down last autumn, they were good. But of course, I will have to check it. So, welcome back. Basically, we have a beautiful sunny day, and there is no better time than this to try and paint the wood for the playground. So this is going to be the place where I plan to put them so that the sun can shine on them, or even back there. But the first thing that I have to do is to put some cover beneath them. And I have a bit of paper here, and my plan is to bring it there. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. And just put it underneath the stuff that I'm going to paint on. Okay. So, yeah. That should do it. So, this is going to be the place of action. If we are lucky, the sun will shine here throughout the day. So, this is the setup, and the idea is to paint it there and stand them up here. So that's what we are going to do, and if everything goes well, I should be able to open the thingy or the paint that I bought. So here, this is the one I'm going to use. Wow, it looks good. Check it out. Woohoo! Now I need to find something to simply stir it up. But apart from that, we should be good to go. Let's see some microphone test or distance test. Okay. I went about 6 meters from the camera. All right. So over time it separated the materials, but just a little bit of stirring and it should be go back to normal. So it is supposed to be like a transparent coating, which is going to protect it from the weather or the elements, if you will. And I think that's it. Let's not cause a big mess. So here, and we should be good to go. So first I'm going to give these one layer, then turn them around, and after that we are going to do another round. And in the meantime, my little helper dog is going to arrive as well. Okay. Oh, this wood seems to be thirsty, as you can see. I think 2 layers is going to be enough for this. Oh, and due to the nice weather, it should be dry in a couple of hours. And we are good. Okay, let's do the other one. I'm kind of interested in seeing this structure come alive. This is the first time that I will attempt something this big, but if it's good, then I'm planning to make a small wooden house there for my wife, because she's an artist and she needs a place to store her creations, which are paintings, drawings, and so on. And that will be like a 3 by 4 meters small house that can be used. It needs some, how do I say, some material which will, insulation, some material that can keep or prevent the creations from going wrong. All right. So this is the idea. You know what? I will leave it here so you can follow along, and maybe I'm also going to talk a little bit. So, yeah, as I mentioned previously, I became a father, and this is a really interesting and good experience, in my opinion. I don't know how or what's your status, those who are following my videos, but yeah, so this was not like an unexpected child or anything. 2 years ago we got married with my wife, and I'm kind of from a maybe conservative point of view that you need first a place to live, then you can think about having children and so on. So there is an order to the way you can or should put your life together, and that's what we are aspiring to follow. And thankfully my wife agrees, and she's on the same page this way. So that's how it came to be, and we were really happy that we can have children in the natural way, because I have many friends, relatives who are struggling with this whole thingy of putting together a child, so to speak. And yeah, it was just a really happy moment when we found out that she's pregnant. And I remember some of my friends asked whether we know if it's a boy or a girl, or what do we want, or what are our hopes of each gender or anything. But I think I can be honest, I didn't really care about whether it's a boy or she's a girl or anything like that. All I wanted was to see her healthy, and the rest is up to us to raise a decent human being capable of being compassionate about others, other things, and hopefully she will someday fall in love, find someone to live out the rest of her life. So that's just some sentimental thoughts that I had. Okay, so then see you later. So, as you can see, the first layer is complete, and we still have plenty of paint. And this is the stand where I'm going to put the bigger wood, or the bigger part of the structure. And the next thing is that I have to bring them up from here. So it's going to be a nice thing to do. So let's get right to it. So I managed to bring up the skeleton, and there are still a couple of ones down there in the basement, but I seem to be running out of space. So I have to figure it out, but now we are ready to paint. So for today, I think we are ready. So each part of the structure received the first coat of painting, and thankfully we have a nice sunny day. So by the end of the day, it should be somehow less wet or dry. And tomorrow I'm going to give it another round. And then the next video is the reassembly or assembly of the structure. So, just a quick update. So today the weather was pretty great, but unfortunately last night it was raining. So I started the day by drying off the wood, and this afternoon I was able to start painting the second coating. You can see it on these, and I also managed to paint these, and that's it. So tomorrow morning if the weather is good enough, I am going to start, or rather finish, the painting, and maybe in the afternoon we can start the assembly. So see you then. Welcome back. So we have another beautiful sunny day, and the day of the assembly has come. So I have prepared the devices I'm going to use. We have this circular cut saw. I have to put it together, and we also have the wooden structure painted. So I did some test runs with the screws and whatnot, and this is currently the progress, and there is also some stuff there prepared. So let's try to assemble the saw, or what. So technically we have the blade and everything that we need for this to work. And I think I have something in my arsenal that can take perfect, take this off. So we can simply loosen it. Good. There we go. So that's the loosen part. And once this is off, good, we should be able to attach the blade. So here we have this part, and we will have to use this to attach it, and this is the cover, and we will be able to tighten it. So there is basically a button there that you have to push so that the blade won't rotate. And one thing that I have to do is to tighten it. Good. So there we go. This is a Black & Decker machine. Hopefully it will do its job. So I have chosen this one because it has a long enough blade to cut through the 10 by 10 centimeters wood, and we will see. So the last time, I'm not sure if I filmed it, but what my idea was to prevent the structure from slipping away is to bore some holes beneath and put some screws in there. And I did it for all 4 of the supporting columns, and I will do it for the rest of those 2, which will be done with this 4 by 12, I think. And now what we have to do is to calculate the amount I have to cut from this, so we have the cross support beams. What I did last time was to bore the holes, and if everything goes well, I should be able to calculate it. So here is the center of the hole, and here is the other one. So it's 120.5 centimeters. So if I take off 10 centimeters, because that's the half of the beams, what we will have is 110.5. So that's where I should draw the line here. So let me just leave it extended like this, and I have my pen, and 110.5. That should be the first one. And then I will measure the other one on the back and do the same. So after that, we will come here and do the same. It's a bit windy, so that's also 120 if my measurements are correct. So it should be 110. Hopefully. So I have my marker there. Let's just put it in place. And I need to place it here. And now that's just 1 meter. 110 should be it. Then we are good to go. And I have to make it a bit more permanent. So I will use this device here. Now all I have to do is just make sure I cut it straight, and we should be good to go. All right. But beforehand, what I will do is to put the rest of the screws in here. So here, I'll put it this way. That's good. So I have 2 screws there already, and I have to turn this beam a bit. By the way, these are the screws I'm using. It's upside down, but it's, I think, 5 by 50 or something like that. And I already did the marking here, so I just have to place it down there. Okay, that's good. Let's take a screw, give it a small hammering, and drive it in. So there we go. Good. And 2 more of these. Oh, yeah. It's heavy. Good. Okay, that's good. And the other one, that should also go in easy. All right. I think I will also strengthen a little bit this one, but for now we should be good. Oh, I have another one to screw in. Let me just restructure this so you may also be able to see it. Let's turn it a bit. Hopefully my camera won't fall. And put it here. And give it a hammering. And screw it in. All right, good. That's 1 and 2 more to go. After that, we will go to the cutting part. Okay, 1 more to go. Come on, go in. All right, that won't go anywhere. So next one is the cutting. Let's cut some. I think this way you should be able to see what I'm doing. Maybe bring it a bit out. So yeah, this is the circular saw, and here that's good. Let's put it in this way. Right, this way. Good. Okay. Do we need a bit of a fix? Yes, we do. As with everything, there should be some practicing. Good. Although that's not the crucial part. But this one is. All right. Now we look better. Okay, so good. So the next thing that we have to do is to fix these cross beams, and I think this is going to be a bit tricky, but with a bit of hammering we should be able to solve anything. Let's see. Good. One. Oh, and even it looks good. All right, that's one fix, and we also are going to use these T fixes, so we just don't want to go away, so to speak. But this is the okay. All right. So we need a screw. Okay. That's good. Okay. So I was able to raise this up alone by myself, and as you can see, the measurements seem to be accurate. However, I will need to move or bring some water level device to make sure that it stands as firm as possible. But for now, this looks good. All right, let's continue. So here I have to put in 2 more screws. However, maybe first I should do it here. So let's do that. I bought the T-plate. Oh goddamn, this is so heavy. Okay, don't fall off like a whip. Right. Then we hit some screws here and drive them in. And not let it drive us crazy. Okay. 1. Good. Better. And how is it? Gösser? No, Gösser. Good, besser, Gösser. Okay. Do whatever it takes. Okay. Let's just pull this one out. Good. I will have to make a bit of an adjustment here. Okay. Now we are going to use a different hole to drive it in. Oh boy. Just don't fall on my head. Good. Good. Now it looks a bit better. And I will be able to use that T to pull it in. But before that, I am going to strengthen these. Good. Oh, nice. It is going to be flush. Oh my. Good. So I should put in some more screws here, or I will do it afterwards so that the T can pull it to the right place. Okay. I think that should do it. Let's give it a hammering. Okay. And the next one is this. Okay. So now I should be able to pull this closer by giving it a bit of an angle. And good. Okay. Oh, and the battery is holding on pretty well on this machine. Good. Good. And one more. Okay. So now all that is left, so this is how it looks like. I think that's good enough. And now I have to cut here the remaining part. Let's do some measurements. Come on. Stand there. Okay. Where is my measurement tape? So here we have 113. Oh, that's because that went further. And that's 110. Okay. And that's 113. So maybe I should leave it as it is. 112 and a half. That will be it. So, as in Hungarians they say, most uglik a majom a vízbe. Let's see if the measurement was good. So there, and there. Wow! Check this out. So, I would say that's good enough. And now we have to fix it in place so it won't move anywhere. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna need some screws. 1, 2, 3. I said, like we're raining. It's good, I would say. Let's give it another one. Good. Oh, and the screw heads are doing fine. Okay, we need a T1. Actually, we need two of these. One for here, the other here. We need two screws. And let's see. All right. Good. Okay. Good. So let's see if we can put it a bit closer to this. I don't think so. Then that's as far as we go. Good. 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 So this is how it looks like currently. What do you see? Okay. Now that's the remaining one. Where should I put this? Oh, I will give you a tour later. All right. So everything is in place. And I think the next one is going to be the first floor that I'm going to install. And then it will get a strengthening, if that's the right word, for the top one. That should be good. So the idea is to have like a little bit of a tower, and my wife wants to put up some flags with unicorn and stuff like that. So it will be fun. Let's continue. So I had to craft this middle support beam so that the first floor is kind of secure. So that's what is going to be installed now, if everything goes well. But first, I will have to try and find the smoothest part to be able to put it here. Okay. Good. So, yeah. And now all that has to be done is to secure it in place. And I will also make sure to have it in kind of middle. So here we have 111 centimeters, and the half of it is 55 and a half. That should be the middle. That's just going to be a bit that should be good. So this one also goes here. Ugh, it's going to fall off or out. All right. Just stay here until I come back with the screws. Good. That's the first one. And we are going to screw it in. Right there. Okay, that's one. And we have another one to go. All right, now that one comes. And after that, we are going to secure it with more screws. Good. This should do it. Okay. Let's give it a few more screws. Oh, and now it's not even moving that much. So, one, two, okay. One, two, good. And voila. This is how it looks like. And it seemed to be in the right level. So I will be able to put screws there, in the middle, and there. So there, in the middle, and there. Let's screw in the first one. So I'm going to need something to stand on. So we are going to take the baby for the daily walk. And I'm just gonna put in some screws. Good. 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 Okay. So we are doing pretty good because I'm putting on the last one of the first level. So this is what I figured out it would look like. And there will be a bit of cutting needed, but that's good. So let me mark this one. Okay. And let's use the circular saw. All right. And that's as good as it gets. So now we have to fix it in place. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, that's great. Fits like charm. What can you see? Oh, good. Cool. Let's give it some screws. All right. Good. So, last measurements. So, now this is the tricky part because I have to cut the air, and how do I measure it? So, let's see. I'm going to take this one and I'm just simply going to align it here, or align it. Then put my mark here and there. And then I can cut it. All right, I have made the cut. Let's see if it fits. Come on, it fits like a charm. Now I just have to cut the end. And we are good to screw the last piece in. So we are good. So the day is gone and it was a fruitful day. So far, this is the progress of the structure, and it seems to be kind of solid, looks like, and it will become more solid once these two cross beams are inserted. This is going to be the entrance to the structure, and I have ordered climbing wall equipment, and that's what I'm going to put here. So it will be like a climbing wall to get there. And here we will have a slide. And here we will have two swings because we plan to have two children. And that was all. See you tomorrow. So, welcome back. Yesterday I was a little bit underdressed for the weather, so I may have gotten a bit of cold. But here we are, and we are going to continue. So, the first thing that I want to do is to prepare the environment. So, yesterday I cut one of the two remaining beams that will be installed. This is one that goes here, and I need to cut one more which goes there. And that should be it. So let's get to it. So let's put the screws in. I want to give you a prime view of what I'm doing. So we will need these, and if everything is good, I have, oh my god, it feels like it's about to rain. We'll see. Okay. So last night I went to Obi to buy some more of these steel plates because the ones I used or bought originally were out. I miscalculated. And these are a bit smaller, but this should also do the work. Good. That's in. And this is the next one. And this is the right. Actually, I should have bought these because these seem to fit a bit better, as you can see. But it is what it is. I need some more screws. Okay. These are the final ones. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. This rain. It's gonna be good. Okay. So this is how this looks like. Now, the installation part. Okay. Let's see if it goes in. And it does. Okay. So let me just move it away and jump here. Okay. This seems to be the right height. And it's at the side of this support column. So let's install it. Good. I think I will need a water level. So I'm back with the water level. And I was right. Okay. I need some hammer. Good. Let's put in the top ones. Okay. All right. That goes nowhere. Okay. And the remaining ones are the T's. So let's put them inside. Okay. The only thing I don't like about this is that sometimes the screw heads come off. But it is supposed to be magnetic or something like that. All right. By the way, today the slide will arrive, so maybe we can install it as well. So, this is how it looks like. Let me show you. So, I think that looks good. Only that one remains for the tea. And we are good with this side. And we are done. This looks good. Now it has a bit of a wobbling, but that one should take care of it. So finally, that beam is also in place. I have a few more screws to install, and then we are done with this part, and we can do the plank, which allows the children to move up to this playground. Let's see. Okay. So, ugh. 3 more screws. Two more. And one more. Good. And we are done. So, guys, the rain doesn't seem to want me to continue this work, but this is as far as I got. That's one leg for the plank, which will lead up to the base, and we will continue once the rain stops. So, good news, the rain is gone, and I think I will have time to finish this part. So, we need another beam around here and strengthen it there. And then my wife comes and decides how we should proceed. Stay tuned. So, I think this concludes today's actions, and this is as far as I was able to go. We have the frame to go for the plank, and the decision was made to cut it in, I don't know, almost half, and this part will be the climbing wall. This is where we will have the steps. So that's it for today. Hello there and welcome back. So I went to the store and bought some materials which will be needed to complete the playground, and I bought the necessary remaining wood. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to sand these woods and paint alongside with the rest of them, and then I'm going to put up the swing holder part. So let's do the sanding. It's gonna be a fairly simple task because we just want to get rid of anything that could go into my daughter's feet. We don't even have to sand sideways. Good. 3 more left. All right, let's paint the wood. So we have to stir up the remaining paint from the original box I bought and not waste any drop of it because it's not cheap. And we always have to use protection, guys. Originally, when I painted at first, I wasn't using gloves, but these are game changer. Oh, cool. Ah, maybe I should replace this paintbrush. It seems like it's starting to fall off the brushes. Yeah, let's try to do it in the first round with this. That should do it. Cool. It should be faster because these are smaller plates or wooden parts. So if you followed my channel, I would say that I am confidently versed in the realm of IT, but regarding woodworking, I'm kind of lacking for now. But I have 2 more projects that I want to realize or make them come true. The first one is going to be, or the second one rather, is a small wooden house for my wife to store her art pieces. And there is a regulation from the local municipality which says that on our place of living, at least 50% should be green or left untouched without any buildings. and we will see, because if the calculations are correct, we should be able to build that small house. The other trick that could be used is to just have a frame, and we would use some light material to insulate it, and that way it could be like a workaround to this rule, but we are not really that kind of people who like to play this game, but rather go officially, so we don't cause any headaches to the municipality. I have no idea how to say that word. As you can see, this is going pretty fast. So, stay tuned. Guys, I have breaking news. I have painted that part, and the slide has just arrived. So let's give it a try, how to put it up there. But I at least just try it there to see how it looks like. Oh, perfect. I think it looks good. So the painting is done with one layer on all the newly bought wood, and well, hopefully it will dry by this afternoon so I can give it another coating. And now we are going to fix the sledge in place. So I think it's kind of in the middle, at least by the eye. And we have two screws that we need to put in. Let me show you this one and that one. And that's all. So let's give you a good view. And I have my trusty Parkside tool. I have to change the head. And once the head is changed, I need to make sure that this is in place as much as possible. And then we are going to use these to keep them in place, or keep the sledge in place. So let's see. That's one. Let me move to the other side. That should be the other one. And I think we are good. All right, this will not go anywhere. And that's it. All right, guys, so the next thing I had in mind is to try to strengthen the bottom of these beams as to they won't split apart. So I bought this steel, I don't know how to put it, steel ribbon, if that's a technical term. And I'm going to go around here and strengthen it with that, with 4 screws from each side. Good. That's also good. That's also good. So this should do it. Or at least try to do it. Let's do it the other way around. Okay. Good. And one last side. These small rocks got underneath it. So now I will try to find a hole which fits these. Unfortunately, I will need to use 2 different screws. Oh, it's okay. All right. The last one. Good. Maybe I could drive it through here. We'll see. Oh, I was. Good. So now, repeat for the 2 remaining ones. So, if everything goes well, I will be able to install the swing arm or the wood that is going to hold the swings. Yesterday I pre-ordered 2 swings, one for a baby and the other is for little children. And we have a special guest. And this special guest is the person that it's all about. She is still small, hopefully she will grow into this playground. And now I'm trying to prepare the beam which is going to hold the swing. So for now, this is how it looks like. So I found the ladder and it gives us like this water level or kind of something like that. I will have to check it, but now I only have to add the 2 legs and we have the right one. Stay tuned. So, welcome back. It seems that I was able to fix the swing holder and I will have, once that big one is dried, a cross beam at the bottom so it won't slip apart. So like there, but it also has some plates here. It is sitting on those cross and at the top it also has some slip prevention. So basically that's it. Hopefully it won't move too much. It doesn't seem to move. Once the bottom is in place, I think it will be a solid structure. So that's it. So for today, the only thing that remains is to paint the wood with one more coating. Due to this beautiful weather, it's almost like dry. I don't know, you can see some shiny spots, but we will have lunch, take the baby for a walk, and then come back and do this. So yeah, what is there to be done still? The first thing that I'm going to do tomorrow is to install this crossbeam to make sure it won't slip apart, and it will also give some weight to it. Although, yeah, it's much more sturdy. And I'm going to install fans on this side and on this side. And here I'm going to install a beam at around 1/3 of the way. This is going to be a small stepway, and the rest is going to be a climbing wall. And that's pretty much it. So only some painting for today. Well, a new day has begun, and this is going to be, I think, the final day of the construction. So what remains is to put up the swings, put up the fences, and complete the climbing wall / staircase. And that's basically it. Let's screw them in place, or at least this one. Okay. All right. Okay. One last. Okay. Now the bottom with 4. Okay. Oh, we have an earthworm here. Let me show you. Okay. So, it's in place, as you can see. And there is the earthworm. Do you remember the old game Earthworm Jimmy? So, this is how the climbing wall will look like. And if everything goes well, I suppose I have enough material to complete this. Now let's measure more. So let's put this up. Hopefully you can see it. Let me just move it a bit higher. So it is aligned. And we are done. Okay, 3 more to go. So this is how it looks like. And I have fallen short with the material a little bit, but I think this should still suffice as a climbing wall. So let's put on the stairs. I started doing them, and now I'm going to show you the lengthy process. So first we have to figure out whether I was able to cut it right. It seems like this was cut right. And now what I have to do is to pre-install these holders. Each of them has a total of 8 screws, which are going to hold the stair in place. So that should be able to even hold my weight, which is not too little. So I'm not that lightweight fellow. Good. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 7. And 8. Okay. So that's one thing. And the second thing, how do I give you a better view? Maybe this way. Yeah, maybe this way. So now I have to figure out the amount with which I have to maybe force it with the hammer. Where is the hammer? Come on. I have brought out a hammer. Oh, I found it. Okay. So okay. Okay. This looks good. It's about the right length also. Good. Now I have to put in the screws, which are going to hold these in place. Oh, you know what? I have a better idea. It should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 6. Seven, 8. Good. So that's it. I think 2 more steps and we are good. So I think the stairs are ready. So this is how it looks like. It should suffice. I mean, kind of okay. And let's see the weight test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, that's good. Very good. All right. So next one is the installation of that cross beam. So stay tuned. Let's see. I have cut the beam into the right shape, hopefully, and it should fit perfectly. And it does fit. Good. All right. So in the meantime, my beautiful wife has arrived. She's the project coordinator. And the project manager is also here. So I have installed these climbing rails or handles. And the idea is to have some parts of the climbing wall here so they can climb up or use it when they want to slide. And I have installed these climbing holders or rails, so it should be good. So I was able to strengthen the bottom and it seems to be good enough, so the top or the pressure coming from the top won't push the legs apart. And that's it. The next installation is the swings. So I'm currently installing the climbing wall section, and it's kind of a interesting way because it doesn't have that standard mother part, but rather the one with these teeth. So let me show you how I install it. So let's say that this is the yellow one that I want to install. So I have to put my mark in there. Then I'm going to dig the hole. Good. And now I am taking 1, 2, and 2 of these and put them inside. So like this. 1 and 2, and just mount it there. And I align these with the holes. Take my driver and just simply push it in. Good. Okay. Then what I do is to go to the other side, but first let's put back the head. And I find 2 of these and screw it on with my hand as much as I can. Good. Okay. And now here comes the fun part. Let me show you. So I think you should be able to see it. So I have this plier here and I reach back to catch the head and hold it tight and screw it in. And the same for the other. So this is kind of the part which I enjoy the less. So I'm done with the climbing wall installation. I put some stepping stones here so they can climb up to the swing, or not swing, slide. And these are all the ones that I have installed. It was good, in my opinion. All right, so let's put up the first swing. I divided the available space equally, and I measured the width of the rope which will hang the swing. So I should be able to attach it like this, and that's basically it. Okay, is it straight? As straight as it can be. Okay. It is supposed to be able to hold up like 150 kilograms, but we will see. I don't want to strip the screw because that would be like not good, so to speak. Let me grab another screw. Okay, so this is going to be the next one. I'm gonna remove this and just push it in like that. Okay, let's see. All right. Whew. Good. Hopefully, it will be able to hold the weight. Let's see. Oh, I didn't make any sound, which is, I would say, good. Okay. Now, we just have to put up these. How is it working or not working? Okay, one off. Uh-huh. That's one. And that's the other. Good. Oh, perfect. One final test is going to be me sitting in the swing. Oh, you will see. All right. So let's try to make it a bit longer. How do we do that? Ah, this way. Almost. And I think I will have to turn it a bit. Maybe, just maybe, this way. And this one. It's almost the same height. Okay. Just a bit higher. Okay. Ah, it should be good. So, are we ready to test out the swing? For me, it was good. It didn't make any sound. Okie dokie. So the time has come to put up the other swing. So I'm gonna have to bring some screws and remove the carabiners. Okay. This one is a little bit tighter. So we are gonna have to be smart about it. Hoppa. Okay. Good. Okay, 4 more screws and we are ready. Oh. This wants to tip over. Yoy. Okay. 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 Ouch. Ah, fuck. Good. And oops. Okay. And we are done. This is how the 2 swings look like. So now we are going to install a climbing rope here, and it's going to be a simple installation. Let's see. Ah, you can see it. All right. All right. So good. And I'm going to install it to the side as much as possible. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's also good. And another one. And the final one. Good. All right. So the next thing is to install this rope. Hopefully I will be able to. Oh, good. And I will need something to cut it. Oh, it fits in there perfectly. How should we do it? No. And I'm going to have to look up some rope tying techniques. All right. Let's install the final knot, so to speak. So my idea is to install it here, right around the center of the playground. Okay. That should be it. One, two, three, and four. Okay, now we can do this overhand knot thingy. So it goes here, above that. We just have to make sure that it's long enough. Okay. And it won't come off. And now we have to use this righty tighty lefty loosey technique. So the first one should be around here. Whoa, I almost hit the camera. Okay. Okay. Let's go down a bit. Ho ho. All right. Ah, that's good enough to hold the weight of a 50-kilogram children, even, or child. Good. One last knot, and then I'm bringing my knife. Okay. Oh, maybe one last. Okay. Good. Okay. That's it. All right. So the final thing that is to be done is to install the fences here and there, so no one can fall off. And maybe, as we were walking today in the forest, Rice told me that maybe we should put a roof on top of that. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right, let's install the fences. So it's 96 centimeters, the length of them, and I'm keeping a water level distance between them. So it should be like easy or no-brainer. I just have to make sure that it's around the right height. Okay, so now I should try and drive it in. All right, let's go down. Make sure the distance is right. And then we can drive it in. Good. That's okay. And now the top one gets a bit of asking. And we are good. And finally, I can go to my stronger hand. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's align it this way and that way. And let's just try to drive it in. Come on. I cannot believe this. Okay. That should do it. All right. And now the bottom one. So has to go in. Good. These heads are pretty powerful. Okay. Finally. Okay. And this goes here. Good. Okay. Let's remove this one. Insert it here. Cool. So, welcome. So yesterday I managed to finish the playground. Today we have this foggy, misty day, but I wanted to give you like this overview. So this is how the masterpiece looks like. We have 2 swings, a slide, and some stairs with climbing rope. And to me, or for me, it's to my liking. This is how the fences look like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know what you think about this video in the comments, and see you in the next one.